Hi, this is Joyce Erb with paperfinesse.blogspot.com. Today I'm a guest designer for Strawberry Jude Stamps. I will be using the stamp set, which is part of the August release called Mallow Layers. This is 2 mushrooms and a stick with a few sentiments, and there's 5 different layers. So I'll show you how I stamped it. I apologize, I am fighting a cold today. I did speed up the video here today because of 20 minutes of stamping would be too boring. So that is a picture of the stamps that I'm using, and I'm positioning this in my MISTI. It's the easiest way for me to do multi-layered stamps because I can really see what I'm doing. I showed you there is a little pointy part of the top of that stamp, which is the top of the marshmallow. These are really super easy to line up. I'm using Gina K sweet corn for my first layer. My biggest challenge in this stamp set was, or doing these stamps, was that I didn't have very many tan and light brown colors. Here, the little marshmallow didn't get a full impression because I'm stamping off so that when I stamp the second time, it's a lighter impression. And it looks a tad green because my stamp was a little dirty. But I'm putting on so many layers that it's just fine. And I've got it positioned so that I can just flip it and do it again in the same spot. Here you see I bring in my scrap paper. I'm stamping off really lightly. I don't want it to stamp off so thick that I have no ink left for my second stamping. And it's hard to see on the video, but I do have a full impression on the small marshmallow. It's just light, which is really what I wanted. I don't know about you, but I don't like black marshmallows. I like really nice golden brown, but I didn't have the right colors to achieve that. And now I stamped it a second time. Now I'm going on to step 2. And see how easy that was to line up? I'm still keeping the colors light here. I am going to go on to antique linen this time. I wish I had more of a true tan because antique linen actually has a bit of a green tint to it. But it'll work. Use what you've got. So I stamp it there, and then I'm going to turn it around and stamp my second impression here. I'm not going to use all of these on this particular card, but I will use them all. And so now I'm putting it away, cleaning them up, and I'm going to go on to step 3. Now in step 3, I'm going to use Memento Sand, and at the same time, I'm going to add my branch, or my stick that goes into the marshmallows, because I want the darker colors for it. So I'm going to position it. When I'm all done, I will fussy cut all these out. So I'm inking up with the Memento Sand. My elbow is my best tool in the craft room. I use my elbow to apply more even pressure than my fingers are able to apply. Do whatever works. Okay, now I am going on to step 4 here in a moment. Are you seeing how easy it is to line all these up? Plus, you've got your white area down in that corner, so that's really easy to see which part of the stamp that is. But for the most part, you line up the top. There, I'm just looking through it to make sure it's positioned properly. Sometimes the clear stamps will stick to your nails, so it takes a little bit of wiggling to make sure they're in the right place. So for step 4, I'm going to be using Gina K Warm Cocoa. And for the first, I'm stamping off. Now I'm going to stamp it onto my sheet. And I will repeat the same steps for the other side. Now you can see how it's starting to take some shape here. Our marshmallow's getting toasty. I would have really liked to have gotten it lighter, but as it turns out, my design, the darker marshmallow worked better anyways. I always clean up and replace everything on its sheet as I'm working so I don't misplace any pieces. So this is step 4, lining it up, and this time I'm going to use the Gina K Warm Cocoa but full strength. So it's the same shade, it's the same color, except it'll be a deeper intensity. So I'll do that on both sides. For step 5, I'm going to go very dark. I'm going to go with a vintage photo. But there's not that stamp doesn't have a lot of coverage. It's more highlights or shadows or burnt spots, however you want to look at it. This is just a quick overview of how I'm going to assemble the card. I made this night sky out of using Gelatos, and I will link the video to that. So I cut an oval through my card base, and I actually decorated my marshmallows. I added a frowny smile, and those little lines are Nouveau crystal drops for sweat. And then here's his buddy smiling. And I made some flames, and I did that in my graphic editor, printed it, and cut it out by hand. And I'm going to cut the sentiment out of the Dynamics banner die. And cut out my sentiment. Cheer up, Marshmallow, I'll be there soon. I'm just going to quickly lay out everything where I want it. There's my frowny guy, he's on fire. That's why I did go with a little darker, especially on that marshmallow. He is darker than the other one. And then I'll add the sticks on an angle. And then off camera, I'll go glue this all together and show you the finished product. So there it is. This was a lot of fun. I had fun drawing the faces on. I used a Sharpie marker and paint. Okay, here is the finished card. Basically, all I did is glue it on and add some sequins. Those are the orangest ones I had in my stash. And once again, this is from Strawberry Jude Stamps. And the name of the set is Mallow Layers. Be sure to check out their website. And there is a complimentary set that goes along with this that has tent and campfire and some other camping related images, which would work together great. Please like my video and subscribe to Paper Finesse. I hope you have a great day and have fun crafting. Catch you next time.